Welcome to another edition of Points of Interest, brought to you by the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce. My name is Paul Boucher. I'm the President and CEO of the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce. And as we do each week, we bring you the activities going on in the Lebanon area and have a special guest who speaks on a particular topic of interest to you. So to begin our program as we normally do, this has been a very exciting week, and we'll talk about it a little bit coming up. Having Gordon Lightfoot in town and all the excitement and the activity he has brought to our city here in Lebanon. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But we have coming up this week in the Upper Valley other performances that are coming on. We have the Rockin' Tale of Snow White, and that's on Thursday, 12:15 show and a 6:30 show at the Opera House. And it's a production by the students in grades 3 and 4 from the Hanover Street School. And I think that you would find that very interesting to go to that particular event. And then if you're interested in doing other things, we have Dusk Rings a Bell. That's in Enfield. And this is on Friday. It's a 7:30 show at the Shaker Bridge Theater right there on Main Street in Enfield. Reservations are requested, and a lot of these shows sell out. 448-3750 for that particular performance, and that is on Friday. Also on Friday, we have an artist reception at Ava Gallery, and that's exhibit features works by Lou Hicks, Torrin Porter, and Carolina Kawaka, and that begins 5 to 7 p.m. at the Ava Gallery. And also, we're just getting over our golf tournament that the Chamber holds every year. This was our 20th annual Wexler Memorial Golf Tournament. And all the proceeds from that tournament goes to our Adult Learner Scholarship Fund. And since 1992, we have contributed over $70,000 in scholarships to adult learners. And these are people going to the local schools, want to better themselves in their lot. And we will be offering those scholarships this September. We do both a fall and a spring semester. And so if you are a student going to Lebanon College, Franklin Pierce College, Community College of Vermont, the River Valley Community College in Claremont, the Upper Valley Teachers Institute, New England School of Hair Design, Granite State College, you will find, if you go to the financial aid people, we have delivered there, or will have, for the fall semester, applications for the scholarship fund, and we certainly invite you to participate in that particular program. We have a Valley Improv group that is going on this evening at the Opera House also, and if you think you've got some improv talents, and that is an improv comedy troupe. And you can get more information by calling 359-9464. And as usual, the Enfield Shaker Museum in Enfield is open daily, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And they have guided tours, or you do self-guided tours. You meet at the Great Stone Dwelling, and that's open from noon to 4 p.m. Every day. And that's very good. And Happy Griffiths is out there, saw her on Saturday, and she does herb gardens, and she does lessons on herb gardens and how to plant them and such. And so they're out there preparing the land for that. And so if you need some instructions and some help, Happy is out there and will help you do that. Restaurant Week throughout New Hampshire. This starts on this week on the 18th, on Thursday, runs through the 25th, and all the restaurants in New Hampshire who are participating in this are offering specials and such. And we have our own member here, Salt Hill Pub is participating in that, and what they're doing is 3-course meals and discounted prices, and so that's running through the 18th, through the 25th, from the 18th, and if anybody's interested in doing something like that. We have one of our members is celebrating an anniversary. We always like anniversaries. We recently celebrated Bridgman's Furniture on their 120th anniversary of in business here in Lebanon, And we have another one, John Blodgett and his partner Frank O'Donnell, celebrating 25 years. They were Blodgett Sash and Door down here on Mechanic Street. And they began way back working for another company, decided to join forces, and have been here for 25 years, and we congratulate them on that event. And then, if some of you get the Business New Hampshire magazine, every year they honor the Business of the Year in different categories, some being retail, legal, healthcare, that type of thing, and then the Business Person of the Year for the whole state. And this has been going on for a number of years, and I'm proud to announce that we have West Lebanon Feed and Supply, who is a member of the Chamber, and Kurt is a member of our board, who was selected Retailer of the Year for the whole state of New Hampshire. And the presentation will be going next week, and I'm proud to say I'll be presenting that award to Kurt and Sharon at that particular event. And in my 13 years here at the Chamber, it's only the third one I've been privileged to present. We had Hypotherm one year, who received the award in manufacturing, and we had Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center, who got it one year for the medical category. And so it's a big event, 400 people come, and we have a great time. And the selection process, the number of applicants that are submitted is unbelievable. And so if anybody has gone through that whole process, they're very highly touted for their accomplishments, and they're honored not only for their business practices and such, but what they've done for the community. And they've all have done some great things for the community. I mentioned earlier Ava Gallery here. They're having Torrin Porter, Out of This World, beginning May 18th, and that's opening reception at the Ava Gallery, and that's 5 to 7 p.m. or for that particular one. And so there's quite a few activities going on in the Upper Valley this coming week, and we welcome today Heather Clow, who is the Executive Director of the Lebanon Opera House. A lot of things going on there, and of course yesterday they had a really gang type concert and such, and with Gordon Lightfoot. We were just singing songs off the air of Gordon's work. But welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And how did that go yesterday?
It was great. We actually had 2 sold-out shows yesterday, because we had a student matinee in the morning, and then we had Gordon Lightfoot at night. And it was a great show. It was a benefit for Cover Home Repair, and everybody had a great time.
The student project in the morning, as I noticed, the buses from as far away as into Vermont and such.
Yeah.
Was it he performing or somebody else?
No, it was somebody else. It was a production of Are You My Mother?
Oh, so okay.
Perfect for the day after Mother's Day.
Yes. Oh, excellent. 'Cause I know the traffic downtown, and Lebanon Opera House and Ava Gallery is such a boom to the economy of Lebanon when they have performances or shows and things like that. People come from all over. The restaurants are full, and people call here, particularly from long distances, as looking for hotel rooms, motel rooms, so they can see a particular performance. But one of the things is how do you get, and you've done this a number of times, high profile people to come to Little Lebanon, New Hampshire? We're not a big community.
Yeah. I think there's a couple of things. We're pretty much halfway between Boston and Montreal, so we're on a good track for the bigger cities. Also, of course, we pay them. That helps.
Oh, yes.
But we also have a good reputation. The Opera House is a wonderful venue. It sounds good. We have a very professional staff. So, we have a reputation of being a nice place to perform. And it's also 800 seats is a good size. It's not overwhelming. It's not, too small. So I think people feel good about performing there.
Yes. And of course, you've done it how many years now?
I've been at the Opera House 11 years.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Do you work to booking agencies to get these people here? Okay.
Yeah, a lot of what we bring in depends on our relationship with the agent.
Okay.
So we, you learn who you work with best and who has the shows that fit your space and your audience. And work with them.
We get some here at the office from the booking agencies, and I keep getting one from Mickey Rooney.
Oh, really?
Now, old Mickey is in his 90s, but he's still on the road doing shows.
Isn't
Yeah, and I'm people may not know who he was, but Andy Hardy, and you want to go back that far. But I still get stuff from booking agencies, and he's
great.
one of them that's still going around in his 90s doing his shows.
We've had folks on stage, or we've had paramedics and wheelchairs off stage.
Just to be prepared.
Yeah, they're just touring until they unfortunately die. But that's what they love doing, so that's what they do.
That's excellent.
It's kind of neat.
But that's amazing what you say, that we're, as far as our location-wise, where some of these groups are glad to come. And they book more than one place, I'm assuming. They're coming here, maybe go to Burlington next or somewhere?
Yeah, we'll do a show with Burlington, or we'll do a show with Concord. We won't do both, because we feel like that's kind of close together.
Yeah.
And a lot of times we'll all get together and put in an offer based on the fact that we want, we're putting together little tours for them. So we'll say, we'll talk to somebody that does Albany, say, or Portland, Maine, and we'll talk to them, and that gives them, more reason to accept our offer.
Yeah, excellent. So, we have more concerts and things coming up this spring.
Busy spring.
Excellent, good. Tell us a little bit about what's so...
Yeah. On Sunday, we have Camerata New England coming in, and that's a classical ensemble that's been performing here probably 4 years now. Amazing ensemble. They stand up while they play, which I always think is fun to watch. The violinist really getting into it with the movement. And they're doing an all Beethoven concert on Sunday at 3 o'clock. And then we have the high school coming in for their junior high, actually. The junior high spring concert is on, I have to just look at my cheat sheet, May 24th. And then a week later, the high school is in with their 2 spring concerts. And in between that, we have a Hanover Street School and Mount Lebanon School concert. So that week is a lot of school concerts.
And not only the big names, but we cater to the local community too.
You mentioned the drama club coming in.
Drama club. Upper Valley Music, did they do something?
Upper Valley Music Center did one a little while ago. The community band had one last Saturday, which was a great concert.
Yes, they're great. The Upper Valley Community Band performs for us here in Lebanon on Monday nights, and we're going to start the third week of June.
Yeah.
And so this concert benefits them behind their music and such like that.
Exactly, yep.
That is, I'm told, the oldest community band in New Hampshire.
Really?
Going back to the Huff family, I worked with the Huff family, and it was in the 1890s. And then the son took over, grandson, and now the great-grandson plays in the band. Ralph Huff, he used to be the state senator from this district, plays his clarinet. The whole family played clarinet for some reason.
The clarinet family?
Yes, I think could be. And they all played clarinet. And
that's great.
It's a great event. We'll be talking about the schedule coming up too, because not only do we have the Monday night concerts, we have the Front Porch Series on Thursdays, which is the same day as the farmers market down here. So you can spend a whole day here, get lunch, and then even the farmers market has entertainment. So you can spend a whole day here, and even at noontime, they have the kids program.
The kids shows, yep, absolutely.
By the Lebanon Recreation Department. So it's a vibrant downtown Lebanon with all this activities going on. So going further, what else do we have going?
On June 1st, we have Lindsey Buckingham from Fleetwood Mac coming.
Oh.
Yep, it's going to be a sort of a storyteller show, so it's just him and his guitar telling stories, talking about his songs, and so that'll be a lot of fun. And then you mentioned the Thursday night concerts, the Front Porch Series. This year, the Lebanon Recreation Department and the Opera House paired together to move those inside during the winter. So the first Thursday of every month, we have a free show.
Is that the one sponsored by Citizens?
Yes,
Citizens
Bank sponsors it. Yep, absolutely. And that's on June 7th, and that's going to be country music for our final, we call those at home.
Yes.
And the final one of those for the season is until we move outside for Front Porch. We thought the at home front porch made sense.
Yes. Where does most of these, because I'm sure, the way the ticket prices are going and such, I'm sure that it's not enough to pay, for where does your funding come from?
People like everybody, donors, individual donors. Actually, you mentioned those 3 businesses that have received awards, and all 3 of those folks have supported the Opera House over the years, especially Hypertherm. They're incredibly generous. So we look for business sponsors. We have an annual campaign that we ask for money every year, and we get grants, of course. New Hampshire State Council on the Arts is a huge supporter.
So that
we do a lot of fundraising.
But I notice, that some particular businesses pick a particular program, because you see, this particular program, and you have 2 or 3.
Right, so and this last fall, all the mall merchants got together and sponsored a show for us.
Oh. So
that was the first time that's happened as a group, and it was really exciting to see. Because like you said, they do see the business.
Oh yes.
When
Most
we have a
definitely.
show,
Yeah.
there's a waiting line at Three Tomatoes and at Salt Hills.
Yeah, yeah.
They support us back.
If you had a dream or a crystal ball, some of the groups you'd like to bring in.
Ooh.
Put you on the spot.
Yeah. I love blues music, so I've
Okay.
been bringing a lot of blues music.
Okay.
I hear rumor a big blues person is coming next year, so you'll have to keep your ears open for
Okay.
that.
Okay.
We're just starting to announce sort of next season, starting to get that out there. We just announced Southside Johnny's going to be there in August. He's a popular Bruce Springsteen.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, we've got some good stuff. Amy Mann, I'm a huge Amy Mann fan. I would love to have her back. Indigo Girls, I'm a fan of them. They'd be great.
Those are great groups that to be
There's a lot
here
of
and come here.
Great
Yeah.
stuff out there.
Yeah. So the future of the Opera House looks good.
Absolutely.
You're getting the support.
Yep, we are. I mean, like I said, we always have to ask, but
That's
we'll just keep asking if you will keep supporting us, hopefully. And we're in great shape.
So if anybody, like the Channel 2, Channel 11 auctions that they're holding right now for their particular programs,
Nice.
if you get a few shekels left, I'm sure Heather would appreciate that to help them. And I'm sure it's a great partnership between you and the City of Lebanon.
Absolutely. We're not in the city budget. We don't have a line
Right.
item, but we are supported in so many ways by the city. We're in the building, and if something goes wrong, the city helps us, and we're lucky.
Here at the program.
Yeah.
That's excellent. One of the things I didn't mention earlier that's coming up, and I know they've been involved, is the Leadership Up Valley program, which was started by the Chamber 6 years ago. We started the program and spun it off. And what they do is it's an institute, it's a 10-month program, and empowers current and emerging leaders by focusing on regional assets, challenges, and opportunities. And what these candidates have to do is commit to 1 full day a month for 10 months. And they do different areas, health and human services, education, communications, and government. And one of them is the arts.
Mm-hmm.
And I know, having spoken to previous graduates from the program, that didn't know that some of these programs are going on, and particularly the Lebanon Opera House and Ava Gallery.
Yeah, I think a lot of what Ava and LOH both do are so diverse that people sometimes don't see the whole picture.
Yeah.
They may love rock concerts, they may love Gordon Lightfoot, so they come to that, but they don't know that morning we had a school show, or there's a concert later, or I think it's easy to focus on what you like and you don't get the whole picture. And Ava's the same way. They just have so much going on.
Yeah.
It's hard to see everything we're doing.
And of course, the whole program is to encourage these people to either join a nonprofit group or even a city council or a planning board or whatever.
Right.
And it's been successful in the past. I know a number of people who have. I mentioned West Lebanon Feed and Supply. Kurt Jakes was in our first class,
Oh, wow.
and he was one of
That's
our
great.
first graduates in the program. But I know a lot of people who've come from that program and supported the arts, for example, or government and politics and that type of thing.
Right.
And some of the sessions are held right there at the Opera House. How big a staff do you have to keep all of this in line? And
Yeah. Not very big. We have 3 full-time and 3 part-time.
Okay.
And then we hire in technical crew as we need them. So, there's a whole gang of guys running around back there today, but they're not there every day.
And volunteers, I'm sure, ticket takers and ushers and.
We have over 200 volunteers.
Wow, excellent.
So they, some of them may usher once a season, but a lot of them are there every time and talking to the folks.
Yeah. So if anybody's interested, I'm sure Heather would be glad to talk to you about volunteering for the.
Of course, our board of directors is volunteer as well, so
Oh,
we can't
yes.
forget them.
Yes, yeah, and dedicated board
Absolutely.
that you have.
We do have a great board.
There's a move, I understand, to purchase, rent, lease, whatever, the Seminary Hill School for arts group, because they have a natural auditorium there, that slopes down. Any more information? Any more about that?
I've talked to them just because we'd love to be a part of that.
Yeah.
The more arts, the better in our book. So it sounds like they have great plans. I expressed the Opera House's interest to be involved, but I haven't heard anything since.
Yeah, some of the groups were the ballet school that's on the wall now, Upper Valley Music that we talked about, And what they would do is share the premises and share the cost rather than paying rents all the way around. And
Right.
then of course the venue is terrific for performances.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
And of course, the West Lebanon people would just love to have them. It'd be a little
That's right,
shot in
be
the
in
arm
West Lebanon.
for them too.
One of the challenges of being in City Hall is we don't have rehearsal space.
Oh.
And we're 270 days a year, we have something going on in the Opera
Wow.
House, so availability is really tight too. So I think that's a great use of that space, is to have people rehearse there. And, the auditorium's about half the size of the Opera House,
There it
so I
is,
think
okay.
it's a different fit, a
Yeah.
different type of performance would be there. Yeah, I could see us working really well together.
But it's 800 people you can put in here at the
803.
803. Oh. When you had your big capital campaign, I can remember you could buy your seat,
That's right.
and they put your name on the seat.
Names
and
are still on the
The
seats.
seat,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, they're still there.
And now, is that your seat for each of the performances?
No,
okay,
that doesn't
okay.
work.
Okay, but you know where it is, and
Most people do.
They
yeah.
do. Okay,
Yeah, sometimes they request them too.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
We'll sell it to you if it's available.
Oh, okay. So, are we still in the program? Somebody want to buy a seat? They still can buy a seat?
Absolutely. There's still a few left.
Oh, excellent. Good. Out of the 803.
103, exactly.
Well, Heather, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for asking me.
And wish success with the spring program and with the other activities going on. And, not all of them are performances. I know they have, not graduation, but awards day
Yep,
that the
awards
school
days
does
there,
and
absolutely.
other activities going on. So we thank you for
Thank
being
you.
with us. And we'll be back next week with another program of Points of Interest. Until then.